You are going to be learning 4 unique Nigerian buns recipe and you will love every bit of it. You have the spicy one, you have the very rich one, you have my sipid Nigerian buns recipe, and you have the very rich Nigerian buns recipe. We're going to be doing the spicy one. I love this buns recipe because you can just play around with any spice in your kitchen. You can see the ingredients at the side of the screen. I just had to add all of them together. I added a little bit of powdered pepper, chopped bell peppers, green and red bell peppers, added in my sugar, my salt and my baking powder and my butter. So you're going to add all the ingredients together and mix. It's straightforward. Now, you must not use the quantity of ingredients I use or the kind of vegetable I use. You can decide to spice yours up a bit by using whatever vegetable you love or you are comfortable with. Add in your water and beat until you get a thick batter. Your batter should be thick, not watery, thick. Heat up your oil and go on out to fry immediately. You don't have to waste time. This buns recipe was so unique and tasty. The flavors from the bell pepper and the onions took it to another level. Mind you, if you're going to make this buns recipe, make sure you do not add too much of your spices or your vegetables. Half tablespoon of each vegetable is enough if you want to use different kinds of vegetables. So that. You're going to fry on medium heat until you have a golden brown look. Now, I love the sides of the vegetable on the sides of the buns. This vegetable or spicy rock buns is really amazing. You will try this recipe, you would love it. So you can give yourself a twist or just try making your buns a little bit different by trying out this recipe. Don't worry, I'm going to put a link where you can find the ingredients and measurements of this recipe in the description box so that you can try it out. It is so yummy. Now let's move to our second buns recipe. I call this the rich soft buns recipe. I use somebody that doesn't like crunchy buns. You like the soft buns. This recipe is for you. I'm adding in my ingredients into the bowl. I'm using condensed milk, evaporated milk, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of sugar, cinnamon and butterscotch flavor. I love mixing flavors. I use butterscotch flavor and cinnamon. You can decide to use nutmeg. You can decide to use milk flavor. Just do you. But cinnamon and butterscotch took this recipe to another level. We are using 1 kg of flour for this buns recipe, so I'm adding 150 grams of butter. Like I said earlier, the ingredients and the measurements of this buns recipe will be in the description box so you can check them out. I'm going to add in my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients and mix this recipe together. I love this recipe because if you are thinking of a rich buns recipe you want to use for business, or even if it's a get-together, you can use this in place of puff-puff for small chop. It is nice because it is soft. It has this feeling of puff-puff, but it is so rich that when you take a bite, you will think you're having cake. So you can just use this for a change if you are somebody that doesn't really fancy puff-puff as small chop for a family get-together. Or even if it's a snack you just want to make at home for you and your family to enjoy, you can also make it. So you're going to fry on medium heat. After cutting your buns into the oil, stirring continuously, you can see this buns recipe does not have any crack like the other one. It feels like puff. Yes. Take it out of the oil, keeping it sieve, and when you cut through these buns, we had like 45 to 50 pieces from 1 kg of buns. You will love it. Now we are going to what I call my special buns recipe, coconut buns. Yes. Add in all your ingredients together. You can use your coconut flakes or desiccated coconut. I use desiccated coconut. I'm adding in 1 egg. Don't worry, the ingredients and the measurements will be in the description box. I mean 1 egg. You can use milk or water, but I use milk. This coconut buns was good. Now, the crunchiness the coconut added to this one's recipe, oh my god. In fact, I don't even know which one is my favorite. When I think about the spicy buns and the rich soft buns and I tasted this coconut buns, I was like, wait, I'm getting confused. Anyway, cut your buns into the oil and fry on fairly hot oil. Make sure your oil is not so hot. Stir continuously until you have this bright golden brown look. I love the color the coconut buns added to these buns. It had this bright golden color on the side of the buns. It took the golden brown color of the buns to another level, unlike the other buns recipe. and it added crunchiness to the buns because it was just popping out at the side of the buns, and when it fried, it came out so good. This buns recipe is another one you should add to your list of buns recipe you're going to be trying out. So if you're going to be trying out this recipe, let me know. Now we are moving on to our next recipe. I call this one special milk buns recipe. Yes, milky and special. Now this buns recipe is different from the rest because I'm not adding in coconuts and I'm not adding in any spices or vegetable. Add in all your ingredients in no particular order, your dry ingredients. Go on now to add in melted butter and go on now to add in your milk. I'm going to be telling you the milk I use for this recipe. It's not every milk that you can use to get this particular buns recipe. Added in 1 egg and I'm going to mix all of them together. It is pretty straightforward. Now, the kind of milk you use for this recipe will either make this buns recipe to be, we give it the special and unique taste you want for this recipe. So I use evaporated milk. That is what you're using, I use condensed milk rather. That is what I'm using, not evaporated milk. Evaporated milk will make it too soft. Condensed milk will make it crunchy and it will also taste like cake. So that is for that. So I'm going to go on. I added just a slice of garlic to the oil to spice up the oil a bit. And I'm going to cut these buns into the oil. Now the flavor from the garlic and frying the buns in that oil give it a unique taste. On the side of the screen, I'm just showing you how you can cut your buns into the oil. I'm going to go on now and stir until I have a golden brown look. And I'm going to take the buns out of the oil. I love this buns recipe because it is, well, I say it's a little bit in the middle. It's not so hard, neither is it so crunchy like the coconut or the spicy buns. It is just in between. So it's a buns recipe that everyone would love, and it is so delicious because it tastes like cake. Have you watched to this point and you haven't subscribed to Debbie's Kitchen? Do subscribe, do like and share, do comment and tell me which of these buns recipe is your favorite. Is it the spicy one? Is it the rich soft buns? Is it the coconut buns? Or is this my special milk buns recipe? Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Do like, share and subscribe, and see you in my next one. Bye bye. Good to have you here. See you next time.